Welcome. Today we're going to be reading a great story, The Princess and the Baby, and that baby is going to be baby Moses. We know that this is baby Moses, at least some of you, and I know that this is going to be from one of the popular stories of the Bible from the very beginning here with baby Moses on water and around plants. What's going on, and why is there a princess also mentioned in this title? Well, we know exactly what this scene is going to bring us towards, but let's stop and think here. What is it that God wants to share with you and I about Moses as a baby and where his life from this point on goes? Well, God is always here. God will always help us no matter what, even if it seems like we're just like a helpless baby. God shows that he is strong no matter what. Well, let's get started with our first page and see exactly this, a very profound story that a lot of people have heard, even young ones from the beginning here, at the very beginning here of Exodus. We get to read it from the first chapter, starting at verse 8, and this goes all the way to the second chapter, verse 10. Let's get started here. That is where we see Egyptians all around, and of course they're using their authority, they're in charge here over some people, and we know it's going to be the Israelites. It says here, the wicked king of Egypt, that was a king that was wicked, was as worried as could be. Israelites, he fumed and fussed. That's all I ever see. They work our land, they breathe our air. Those Israelites are everywhere. If I'm not careful, some fine day they'll up and take my land away. So he's actually here a little insecure about the power being taken away from him, as if this is what he holds his identity on. Well, that should not be the case, and he's acting really, really upset. Short fuse, not a good sign here. I don't think he has the right mindset. I'll make them suffer, then they'll leave, and Egypt will be mine. Those Israelites will know this king is not without a spine. He made them carry stones and sticks and great big heavy loads of bricks, and worst of all, he planned to kill the baby boys of Israel. That is not good. But yet this person, this Egyptian here, is okay with that. He seems like this is what he wants and what will make him happy. Well, it looks like there's some fierce animals here that they're even maybe using to train to attack, if necessary, against the Israelites. And you'll start to see them here working hard with heavy loads, maybe under the scorching heat, yes, because they're outside and not necessarily caring about how they feel or any of their needs here and their health and safety. Oh, what a wicked man he was to think of such a thing. But many of the Israelites were smarter than the king. They hid their baby boys from sight and kept them hidden day and night. They prayed and prayed that God above would help them with his strength and love. That's right. They believed in the one true God. They knew that he would help them and save them and help them not be destroyed here. They pray, they're praying, maybe they're even praying under this umbrella here with grandma, everybody, mom, day and night. And continuing to hide those baby boys. One mother tried to keep her baby quiet as a mouse, but every day the soldiers of the king rode by her house. If he should cry as they pass by, they'll know he's here and he will die. My baby must be kept alive. Somehow, some way he must survive. How are they going to let this go on here consistently? It would be a great miracle for this to happen, for this baby not to cry at a time that they come every day. That's going to take her lots of prayer, but also a lot of trust in God. And so that loving mother made a tiny little boat. With loving care, she made it strong so it was sure to float. She dressed her baby in his clothes and kissed him on his little nose and tucked him in with blankets around to keep him warm, safe, and sound. She knew that this was something that must be done. God wanted her to do. Just kind of send her baby off in a way, because this is what they're doing right now. They're hurting little boys, and she does not want him to be here on this land. So if it means to kind of put him on a boat, hopefully be saved by someone here, hopefully strategically that will happen, then he will be able to live. What a caring mom here with a big heart, selfless heart here, all just putting her son here in the safest place possible, no matter how she would feel about that. The baby sister, Miriam, was puzzled through and through. "Why, mother," cried the little girl, "what are you going to do?" "You'll see," the mother said, "you'll see. Be quiet now and follow me." Then out the door with cautious eyes, she looked for soldiers passing by. The way here was clear. She gathered up her baby, boat and all. "Stay right beside me, Miriam. Be careful not to fall." They walked together 1 long mile until they reached the river Nile, and then the little girl began to understand her mother's plan. There's this river here. I'm actually going to send him off here because this is going to surely take him somewhere, right? Okay. And when they reached the river's edge, they put the strong boat in, then laid the baby down inside. No water touched his skin. He didn't dry or make a peep. He simply yawned and went to sleep. The mother wiped away a tear. The king will never find him here. Definitely not. She wanted to do all she could, and it just really hurt her to have to do this to her baby, but this was for the best for her baby. "No, mother," said the little girl, "I'll stay with him all day. If anyone should come, I'll just pretend I'm here to play." The mother kissed her daughter's face and held her in a long embrace. "My little girl," she said with pride, "has suddenly grown up inside." She was there to help the family, okay? Very good, Miriam. With that, the mother hurried home. She had been gone too long. Now would the soldiers start to think that something had gone wrong? Poor Miriam was all alone. She sat for hours on a stone and watched the baby slumber on. How strange it seemed with mother gone. Wow, what great sacrifices they all made here. They stayed focused on the plan. They knew God was with them, and they just had so much strong faith here. Then suddenly she heard a sound upon the river path. "3 ladies," whispered Miriam. "They've come to take a bath." "Oh no, the one that's chattering. She's the daughter of the king. He murders little baby boys. I mustn't make a single noise." So those are the 3 ladies here that Miriam sees, and she notices that is actually the daughter of the king. Yikes, so much emotion is going through her right now. This little girl is going through so much, but she continues to just stay focused here. Okay, let's see what happens and exactly what she's going to do as things continue here. She ducked and she hid, but all was lost. They'd seen the little boat. "Why, look," the princess cried aloud. They did see baby Moses. "Why, look," the princess cried aloud, "a little baby boy afloat." She picked him up, and how he cried. "An Israelite," the princess sighed, "but he's so sweet as sweet can be. I'll take him home to live with me." That's the princess from the story, because she's the daughter of the king, and she just loved Moses so much. She didn't want to let him go. He was something very special to her. And so this is actually working here quite well. And it is here, God's favor upon Moses, upon everyone here is surely showing. The ladies hadn't noticed that young Miriam was there. So she approached them now as if she didn't have a care. "Hello," she said, "I'm almost 9, and don't you think the weather's fine? What have you there? Why, goodness me, is that a baby boy I see?" You know, and maybe they can't tell any resemblance either, right? Just to be brave enough to approach these older girls and to be really good here at acting and just doing this out of faith. Also, everything out of faith, just to check in. She is sticking here with the plan of just keeping things behind the scenes where they should be, so to speak. So hopefully they're able to all go according to plan and not really get into any kind of like trouble here. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're putting our hope and trust in. And let's see what happens when she asks about this baby boy. Why, yes it is, the princess said. I found him floating over there. You'll need a nurse, said Miriam, to give him proper care. I know a lady Israelite who'd nurse him for you day and night. The princess answered thankfully. Please go and bring her here to me. Someone who's able to nurse her. Well, of course you'll need a nurse. She also knows the importance of a baby being nursed. A very smart girl. And so she brings, who does she bring? Well, her mom. She had her mother by the hand, then bowing low, the mother said, I'll do what you command. The princess looked at her and smiled. I'll pay you well to nurse this child. Take care of him until he's grown and love him as your very own. Interesting. Okay, I will. The mother's eyes were filled with tears. Her heart was filled with joy. She praised the Lord for giving back her little baby boy. And Miriam was happy too, for deep within her heart, she knew there must have been some reason why God hadn't let her brother die. There's a reason here. And so they're safe here. They're safe. Now we know Moses' story goes on to when he's much older. But just looking at this part of his life is so, there's so much to take in here. We get to see everyone just seeing here the fruit of being able to just completely trust in God. And I just love this story so much because it is a reminder here of not giving up. Here is the parent's note.